Hello, and welcome back for another Planet Crafter adventure. It's been not long at all since we last played, but I'm glad that you guys loved the last series, the Planet Prime, and so now we're gonna start a new playthrough with Planet Humble. It is the DLC planet. I thought a lot about if we wanted to start from like Planet Prime and just travel to Humble, or travel to the moons. I actually think that it's been long enough. It's been like 40 some episodes of that last Planet Crafter playthrough. I think I'd like to start from the beginning again. That's something that I would actually enjoy. So we're gonna do that. We're gonna do Planet Humble and we're gonna create it. All right, here we go. Falling down to Planet Humble.
Imminent impact.
Feels good to be back. We are seasoned professionals at this point. First steps. Wow, it looks way different than I remember. That's brand new biome. I love that. All right, here we go. Please ignore any previous attempts to terraform the planet. Welcome to your assigned planet. Your mission is to advance the process of terraforming this world. You will need to generate O2 heat and pressure. First, reach 175 Ti and create a blue atmosphere. Now, we know generally how this works. This is pretty similar. We're seasoned professionals. We get our water bottles. We'll throw a space food in there and an oxygen capsule, and we're good to go. We know this is the crafting table, so I don't know what's different yet, but we'll see. First things first, we need some iron for the backpack, and we need our oxygen tank, so I'll go out and grab some resources in just a second. I'm gonna apologize ahead of time. Here we go. I'm gonna apologize ahead of time. I'm getting over a head cold. I tried to wait the absolute longest to record this so I'm not sniffling and all in your ears. So if I do a little sniffling, it kind of is what it is. I apologize. Oh, I don't have a jetpack. Oh, I'm not used to that. All right, right now I'm just Dolomite. Insert this into an ore breaker to extract rare. I've never heard of Dolomite before. That's new. Let's get a little bit of iron, titanium, again, Dolomite, titanium. Okay, inventory full. So, lack of backpack is an issue, but we're gonna fix that pretty soon. Oxygen running low is also an issue, but we'll fix that very soon. Jump in here. Backpack we absolutely need first. That's number one. And now, let's see. I haven't seen any cobalt yet, and I need a construction chip. So I need silicon and magnesium, and I need cobalt. I need a construction micro. I was about to make a box, but I couldn't. Okay, construction microchip. Let's get 1 silicon and 2 magnesium. Hey, hold on, here we go. Magnesium, silicon, perfect. There's a cobalt. I mean, I'll take a super alloy. The rest of that I'm gonna want as well. You know what? We're gonna do this because I need that other magnesium. Let's get our construction chip and make our actual base, because this little location just isn't big enough for us. Construction microchip, perfect. This allows us to make everything that we need. I think I can also make, with a little bit more silicone, I can get a deconstruction chip, which I definitely want. Now, here's the construction screen. This is something, because of our last playthrough, I know most of the stuff that we need to create. I want to see if there's anything new, though. T1 ore crusher is brand new. Breaks certain ores to extract multiple other ores from it. Never heard of that. That's a new mechanic. We know the living compartment basics. I'll talk more about that in a second. T2 craft station, we have... I think it's a T1 craft station there. T1 veg tube, drill, wind turbine, nothing else new. So first things first, we need a living compartment. I need 1 more iron. See if I can scrounge up an iron quick. Grab a magnesium and grab, there's an iron. Where do we want to be? I think we're just going to temporarily build our base. I guess here, although, let me just check over here, because if we can build it with a cool view, I wouldn't mind that. This looks like a pretty good base location, huh? Very flat. Yeah, let's go right here. We're gonna go up a little bit. I'd like to be able to build stuff under the base. That'll make, Okay, that'll make more sense later, but I found on my last playthrough that I was wanting to build things under the base relatively frequently, and so building stairs that led up to the base and having my base not be on the first floor I think is good, especially for like farms and stuff underneath. I really feel like I didn't utilize the space under the base very much. What am I doing right now? I'm gonna grab this magnesium and this dolomite. I need iron. I really need iron is what I need. Low power. Okay, hold on. Let's grab another one of these. Microchip. I need a silicon for microchip, and I need 1 more cobalt for an oxygen tank. Wouldn't mind either. The only other thing I need is iron and silicon for the door, and 1 iron here. Let's get a little bit more resource collection. Hold on. Okay, I'll be honest, I don't love this placement. I don't think that this is going to be where we end up. In fact, oh, I can't even get up there. I forgot I don't have a jetpack. No! All right, we're gonna start off here like, oops, there. All right, we're gonna start here. There we go. This is not going to be the ending location for my base, but it could give us a decent view of the horizon, and it's not in a great location. So we are definitely going to be moving this for now. For now, we're going to keep this. I need an iron for the storage container. Let's go get an iron. All right, let's throw this back here. This is our starting crate. We're going to basically throw everything in here that we don't immediately need, which is basically everything. Now, we're going to go on an iron hunt. Whoa, hold on. We're gonna go on an iron hunt. We can get some power generated. So you see energy generation here for the wind turbine, energy 1.2 energy per second. We need a little bit of that so that we can start making some other things that require that energy. That's gonna allow us to start the process of, well, expansion, but terraformation and everything else. And we really do want to start that process of terraformation now. I'm already hating this like non-centralized location because I am so darn slow. Okay, next up, we need the wind turbine for some energy. I'll move it later. We'll just put it right here. So now we have power. Power is good. Power will allow us to build some things and get some work done. We can get a craft station. We can get a veg tube. We can get a drill. We can get an ore crusher, which is interesting to me. I don't know what that does, but that sounds really cool. Let's just get a craft station here. Probably not the best use of our iron, but at the same time, probably the best use of our iron. Now this unlocks probably additional things, kind of, not really. Still want that T1 oxygen tank, want that deconstruction chip. Nothing else really matters. All right, we're gonna grab some silicon. Really anything that I find out here I'm gonna grab at this point. Just need resources. Ideally though, we get iron, and I think iron and silicon are the two things that we really need. The beginning of this game is pretty obnoxious when it comes to the severe lack of oxygen, but that'll change pretty quickly as soon as we start getting those upgraded oxygen tanks. I haven't seen any cobalt around. That's been the one limiting thing. We can get a veg tube in here. We can get a drill in here. We can get blueprint screen. I wouldn't mind that. You know what? Let's throw down a desktop. We'll do that here. And then let's put down, we need more iron. We'll put down the blueprint screen so that we can see what blueprints there are, as well as probably the energy level screen. See if we can get ourselves a little bit more information about our terraformation process. That helps to inform us of what we need to do and how we need to do it. All right, let's get this blueprint screen first. There. Now, importantly, this is all stuff from the beginning of our previous playthrough, of course, that I forgot about. Let's see. T2 backpack is 300 Ti, T1 solar panels. This is all the terraformation score, the overall score. Solar panels, beds, ore crusher, interesting. Locker storage, advanced craft station, interesting. Oxygen gets us indoor ladders and heaters and food growers. We need food grower. So oxygen is what we care about. Don't care as much about the initial for heat and then pressure oxygen. So pretty much we care about the oxygen track first so that we can get our food grower. And that's going to take a while to get there. So let's start oxygen immediately. In order to do that, we need veg tube. So we actually need ice. Haven't seen any ice either. So I think we're going to have to do a little bit of exploring. Okay, there's an iron. Silicon, lerma seed I'll take. Cobalt I will absolutely take. We need that. And I don't have enough space for that. That cobalt, I don't know why cobalt's been so hard to find, but that cobalt allows us to build what? I saw something with cobalt, right? Oh yeah, the oxygen tank. Good. All right, we're making progress. So head back to our kind of temporary base over here, and we have a little bit more important things to build here. We're starting to make progress. Progress is slow at first, and we expect that in this game. That's half the fun. Okay, let's make the oxygen tank. I just need one more cobalt. My inventory's full, so what we're gonna do is just drop the fabric, grab the cobalt, make the oxygen tank. Okay, you see my O2 in the bottom left corner. It's now 145 instead of 100. That is a big enough deal because that hopefully allows us now to survive longer outside. I really just need more iron. I'm gonna grab 4 iron. Hang on a second. Got 4 iron. We need another wind turbine. That now puts us at 2.4 energy. This needs 2.6, so we actually need one more wind turbine, which uses most of my iron. We got 2 iron. Now, I wanna make this. I don't know what a T1 ore crusher is, but I really wanna know what it does. So we need 2 dolomites. We need 1 magnesium. And we should be able to make whatever the heck this thing is. Can we make it outside? We can. Okay, so this is the first instance of us, I think, doing this. Let's just put it here. Now, what in the world? Insert ores here to break them apart. Collects your mined ores from here. So I think it wants us to put Dolomite in there, although maybe we need to put more than just Dolomite. But let's just put Dolomite in here and see what happens. So let's put all of our Dolomite in, and then who knows what this is going to do. I honestly don't. Disintegrates an item every 130 seconds. Number of items extracted 3. Okay, so that actually takes some time. So it's good that we did that now. We need to go get our water from the other thing. We need ice. Ice is something that I really want now for that T2 veg tube, to be honest, but I think we do get the energy levels monitor because, oh, okay. So that's why we need the energy levels monitor, because we just ran out of energy. I'm gonna go find iron, and we need that water. So I'm gonna get the water from here, I'm gonna grab some iron, and we're gonna drop down a couple of those wind turbines again. All right, you know what? We're just dropping that here, and power's back on. See if I can grab more Dolomite. I don't really need more Dolomite. I need iron. Wow, look at this. Oh, what's that? That looks like a base or something up there. Oh man, I'm so excited to be back in this game. I have enough oxygen where I can make it to this, and then I'm gonna turn around and go back. Oh, great. Oxygen, another water bottle, cobalt's good, eggplant's great, gives me my first seed, and we'll go from there. You know what? I actually probably wanna make my base here. I'm thinking we make our base there, but we will wait. Uh-oh. Oxygen's running low. Do I have a... I have an oxygen capsule. I think I actually want to make my base back there, but we're going to move all of... We're going to have to move the base components over in that direction. Is that ice? Oh, thank goodness. All right, let's get back. Ice was a big deal. Now we can start terraforming using the oxygen generation. We want oxygen generation because a food grower, which is on that upgrade list, after we generate enough oxygen, will allow us to create food. And that's going to be our #1 issue at first, is we have no way to create food right now. This chest is I want to loot that, but I have no inventory space. Oh man, that oxygen's getting close. We're just going to stop in our temporary pod. All right, oxygen back up. Okay, we're going to go over here. I honestly do want to move this pod closer to that central location that we found. I like how flat this is, I do, but I just think it's too far off to the side. We can build a couple of things now. Let me see. I would say microchip deconstruction we definitely need. Let's go ahead and make that. With the deconstruction microchip, we can now deconstruct our base and move it if we want to. The next thing that I want to do is start generating oxygen. In order to do that, we need this, which is, we have everything we need, just 1 magnesium, and it's a question if we have enough oxygen. I don't know. Figure that out in a second. Oh, yeah, we're good. Should be able to put the lerma seed in here. There we go. Now we are generating oxygen plus 0.15 ppqs per second, which should move this boy. See, 1 ppq per second, and my total terraformation is 226. We need 12 ppts, so we have a ton of ways to go. But unlocking some of this along the way is okay, and certainly getting some progress up here on the T2 backpack, and more importantly, the T1 solar panel is important. The T1 solar panel will work pretty well for us. Now, I want to consider moving this base, but what I'm actually considering is leaving this base here, going over and creating another base over there, then dismantling this one and moving over. The reason being, don't really love the idea of dismantling all of these things individually and carrying them over. I kind of just want to make a second base and then we'll move this one over. How's this? Did this do anything? Ooh. So at least we can get cobalt that way. So interestingly, these are non-rare resources. So I don't really know what's up with that. I kind of expected more rare resources from that, I guess. But what do we need next? T1 exoskeleton is going to be good in the future. Don't really care about that now. There's nothing else that we need to build here. So at this point, let's just go and relocate our base. In order to do that, I need, let me just take a peek. We need 1 iron, 1 titanium, 2 titanium. So 2 titanium, 1 iron. So we need 2 iron, and then we should be good to relocate the primary living compartment over there. You'll see what I mean in a second. All right, so we should have enough resources now. I'm gonna head over in this direction where I want my actual base to lie. And I'm thinking we build it in this cratered area here, or, hold on, before I say that, I am cognizant that at least on my last playthrough, water formed in the lower areas. So you know what I'm thinking? Why don't we set it up right here? This seems to be centralized. I'm gonna run out of oxygen, so I gotta hold on. Sorry, almost ran out of oxygen. Okay, so what I'm gonna do is What do we think? I don't love these big sticks coming out, kind of in my way. What if we just build it kind of here, off of this for now? That could be cool, right? Even if this starts filling up with water, we should have some time in the future. We should have some time before it becomes an issue. We are centralized. We can explore a lot of places. We can go back this direction if we want. I think we do this. It's not a great location. I'm gonna have to move it again, I think, but it's okay. So here's what we're gonna do. I'm gonna put this down here. Let's drop all of our resources in here. I'm gonna move all of the inventories between the other place and this one in between recordings. No reason for you guys to watch me make those trips. So for now, let's just collect a little bit of resources and get a lay of the land. A lot of resources around here though. I'm liking that. A lot of iron. We certainly need iron, titanium, all just standard stuff. I like all like the shells and stuff lying, like these big, weird shell growths. Let's throw down another wind turbine proactively, and then can get our craft station here. There we go. All right, so we're doing pretty good. I think I'm gonna head back. I need food and water pretty soon. Can get this dolomite, magnesium. A lot of it's just about resource collection. I wouldn't mind finding a chest. We see any chests anywhere? Oh, there you go. Yeah, just to get a little bit more high tier loot, get anything useful like seeds or otherwise. Really, we need seeds and stuff right now. Lerma seeds, great. More iron. Yeah, that's fine. All that's fine. I see another chest over there. I wouldn't mind another veg tube. I would need to grab ice. I think I need ice for the veg tube. I wouldn't mind a second one of them though. Throw more stuff in the box. A lot of iron. Do we want to make another ore crusher here? Yeah, power's low. I figured that was coming, so this should fix it. Yep, good. Oh, hello. Oh, Dolomite gets cobalt. Whatever that is gets aluminum. Whatever that is gets the rare stuff. Interesting. That's really interesting. We definitely need food and water though, so you know what? Even though I just told you guys that I was not going to be making a trip back during the recording, I'm gonna have to do it now because I don't have a choice. I'm out of food and water in this location, so let's make one haul on on episode, and then again the rest of them I'll try to do off episode. If there is a chest along the way, I will stop. I'm more interested in the loot that we can grab through chests than anything else. T2 oxygen tank, okay. Don't need dolomite right this second. There's our thing. Again, it's very cool, like the random architecture and stuff that we're seeing here. I'll just take all this so that I don't keep passing it. Grab some food, and you know what? We'll take all of the food and that and everything else. Since we're right here, we'll make one trip over from this base. Okay, what do we want to take with us from here? I think the ice. I think the eggplant seed. Let's swap out the veg tube with this guy because that gives us an oxygen multiplier of 200%, which is great. I guess, you know what, guys? It's really not a huge deal if this just stays here as a secondary base. You know, let's just we'll take the titanium and we'll leave everything else here. Might as well. Doesn't hurt anything by having it here. The only thing is this guy. This guy really shouldn't stay here because he draws too much power, but that's fine for now. So I'm gonna head back to the main base. We'll unload our stuff, make a second T1 veg tube, and then we can start exploring a little bit more. I mean, at the end of the day, this initial bit is about finding chests, exploring, power generation, because these little solar, wind tubes kind of stink. They don't really generate all that much electricity until you get solar panels. They're not really great. There's a lot of planets around here. There's a planet, I guess a moon, and then another huge planet over there. All right, here we are. We're gonna need definitely another chest. We're already gonna start to struggle with storage on chests. Whoa. Okay, so let's see, we'll put the food, we'll put the water, keep the oxygen for a second, put basically everything else in here besides, hold on, we need an iron. Okay, let's put another veg tube in here. We might not have enough energy. Yeah. So we're gonna need this iron to make another wind turbine. Okay. And you will put this in. So now we have a decent amount. Now I don't have the monitors here. We'll have to build them. I don't have enough iron though, so that's okay. Put eggplant seed in and we'll call it a day for that. Now what I wanna do is I think I wanna explore this area because we might as well. See a couple chests around. There might be some really useful tech over in this area, and I really wouldn't mind finding some useful tech right now. So let's give it a quick check. What's this? Nothing. Any iron that I see, I'm gonna mine. Otherwise, I'll try to keep my inventory open. I probably, ooh, what kind of kind of meteors are these? I don't really have enough oxygen to play around, so, oh, good. Aluminum, Snapia seeds. Yeah, this is all good stuff. Gotta be a little quick, and I can't really take my time just yet. Ooh, deconstruct T2 solar panel. Open storage crate. Blueprint module. Okay, let's drop the cobalt. Let's grab this, and then, yeah, we gotta head back. Okay, good. There's some good stuff here. We're gonna be okay. Now, this is gonna sound weird, but I have a lot of iron. I'm gonna make a staircase up this way, so I don't have to go around. This, like this. I know, it just burned all of my iron, but this is so much more convenient than going all the way around. And because my oxygen is at such a premium right now, I think we have to do that. Now, ideally, I would have had another iron so I can make these monitors. Let's make this blueprint screen. I'll just put it on the ground over here. We don't need the desk. This allows us to decode a blueprint microchip. That thing we picked up. Ooh, and we got T2 backpack. I gotta make that. If we decode a blueprint microchip, we got the mining speed. Not amazing, but it's okay. T2 backpack's really what we want. Iron and titanium, so we still need an iron, but we have a titanium. We'll put everything in these boxes that we don't immediately need, and in fact, I need another box already. You know what, I'm gonna make this T1 exoskeleton, just because then it future-proofs me here, and it uses a little bit of resources. So if we can find an iron, we can upgrade our backpack just like that. I'm gonna see if I can do that quick from up here, so I don't have to go down and explore there just yet. Just need one iron, guys, come on, right here. Yes. Okay, that'll upgrade our backpack. Let's grab a couple of these Dolomites and we'll throw them into our ore crusher. Might as well have that thing running, right? It takes 2 minutes every time. Now, something I am looking at is our water and food situation. Water is fine-ish. We saw an ice field. I think it was over that direction. So we're okay with water. Food makes me nervous. We really don't have a good way to do anything about food. Okay, so that is good. That gives me a whole nother row, and we're good up there. Water and food are 2 issues. We'll head over here. We'll go insert ores here to break them apart. And okay, good. Let's go and check a little bit more. There was a couple of additional chests over here that we can look at. I bet there might be 1 or 2 other blueprint modules potentially here. Gotta basically grab as much as we can, including iron. Iron is the thing that is a big issue. I see a chest there. I know there's a chest up here. Grab that cobalt from before. How about this? Whoa, Fioretto seed. Okay, I will take that. We can take apart this as well. Uh-oh. Oh no. Crap. Yeah, we're gonna run out of oxygen. I was thinking of a hardcore playthrough. Obviously, I'm not gonna do that. Good news. Come on. Oh, we made it. Whew. All right, I was thinking about making this a hardcore playthrough, but I wasn't like 100% sure, meaning if we die, the game's over, but I don't know if that's worth it. Okay, we made it, we didn't die. We're all good. We got we got a bunch of iron. Food is still an issue. We only have 3 space food. So what we really need is we got to be making progress towards food grower. 12 PPTs, you could see we're at 265 PPQs. So realistically, I think we want another veg tube. We need ice for that. Ice, if I recall, was over in this direction, hydration low. We can fix that. I make another veg tube just to try to start cranking through that ice as quickly as, or that oxygen as quickly as possible, getting us to the food growers. We have plenty of seeds once we can unlock the food growers. Where was that ice field? Oh, is this it? Here, okay. Good, ice. We really want to consider always having an oxygen canister on us. I believe that oxygen canisters are created by cobalt. I believe that's a cobalt thing. Luckily, we can make cobalt. Luckily, we can make cobalt from the crusher. I'm pretty sure. Yeah, oxygen capsule is cobalt. Cobalt is impossible to find, but looks like we can get it from that crusher, which makes it not horrible to obtain. Now we need another veg tube. We'll put you here, and we'll drop this really good Fioretto seed, 350% oxygen multiplier. So now, I mean, we should be doing pretty well. I mean, it's not terrible. Look, it's moving. We need basically 12,000. 12 PPTs. We're on PPQs, which means we need 1,000 PPQs for a PPT. We need 12,000. We're generating, just not crazy fast. However, This is good. We're halfway to solar panel. That's not a bad place to be. This is a reasonably good place to stop. We have crash landed on a brand new planet, Planet Humble. Planet Humble is kind of barren. It is not Mars feeling like Planet Prime was and the last playthrough. This one feels more alien almost, which I like. I like it's a different feel, different biome, different technology too, Ore Crusher. This is cool. I am so excited to start over. It was absolutely the right decision to start Humble as a new playthrough instead of just going to the moons, for example, on Prime. I think this is cool. This gets me excited again for early game, and we kind of know what's going on, or at least if you watch the previous playthrough with me, we know what's going on. Anyway, thanks so much. Hope you're excited about the new journey, and that'll do it. I'll see you in the next episode.